Okay, we're live.
We're live? Okay. This regular meeting of the Trenton Parks and Recreation Board on February the 10th, 2026 is called to order at 6 o'clock p.m. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Roll call, please.
Ms. Hale.
Here.
Ms. Buck.
Here.
Ms. Durr.
Here.
Ms. Lucas.
Here.
Mr. Wazalowski.
Here.
Ms. Hatter.
Here.
Mr. Bello.
Here.
Okay. We have a full board here tonight, so thank you, everyone. We have no alternates in attendance this evening, and there isn't a need, so we'll miss those that aren't here to join us. We will move on to the approval of minutes. I will need a motion to approve or amend the minutes of the January 13th, 2026 regular Parks and Recreation Board meeting as submitted.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Lucas, seconded by, I didn't hear that down there.
Where?
Ms. Butts? Roll call, please.
Ms. Lucas.
Yay.
Ms. Butts.
Yay.
Ms. Hale.
Yay.
Ms. Durr.
Yay.
Mr. Wazalowski.
Yay.
Ms. Hatter.
Yay.
Mr. Mello.
Yay.
Okay. Next on our agenda this evening are presentations, of which we do not appear to have any. So we will move on to the audience of public. If anyone from the audience would like to address the Parks Board, we would ask that you step to the podium and state your name and address. Thank you to those who are here. So if anyone would like to speak, please feel free. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. Okay, since we have no takers, we will move on to unfinished business. Our first item this evening is an update regarding the Veterans Memorial.
So I provided every board member with the Q4 from the Middletown Community Foundation statement overview. So this is from October 1, 2025 through December 31, 2025. That second page there shows you the details. So you can see who had donated what. I did want to note that third transaction on 10/8 from City of Trenton, that is actually from Fall Fest. That's what we were able to raise during that event. But other than that, I do not have any other updates to report at this time.
Okay. Thank you for providing that. And thank you to all of those contributions that have been made. Ms. Butts, do you have any updates?
I do not. I know that there's still talk about where it's going to be, if it's going to be moved or not, but it's kind of stalled out unless you've heard anything.
I haven't heard anything.
And like we've said before, fundraising at this point continues to be a primary focus before we can continue to take some next big steps forward. At our last meeting, I know that we kind of stated, and I'll state for the record again, that anyone in the community that would like to become involved with fundraising efforts, they are more than welcome to do so. So we are open to any ideas, and if anyone has someone in particular that they would like a letter to be sent to, feel free to send that information. For the sake of making it easy, I would ask you to send it to Ms. Moore, if you don't mind.
That's okay.
And I know we have the letter that's been drafted, and a few hundred copies had been sent out a couple months ago. So, all right. Item number 2 under unfinished business is a discussion regarding the suicide prevention signs at Home Avenue Park and Community Park.
I'm sorry, I should have put update regarding. So the update I have for the board, last month we had discussed that staff was purchasing 4 signs, so 2 for Home Avenue Park, 2 for Community Park. Since then, staff has ordered them. They are in our hands. However, we're waiting for the weather to change so we can place ground is frozen, so covered by snow. But yeah, as soon as they are installed, I will let the board know.
Great. Thank you. And then item number 3 is an update, excuse me, regarding the splash pad installation.
The update that I have is from Brad Baker, the Public Works Service Director. I actually have 2 updates. The official building permit has been approved. The next step is relocating the electrical service for the splash pad. Then we will be ready to install the water line immediately afterwards. They will be on schedule to be completed in March, weather permitting. We are very close to beginning the installation of the actual water structures. All of the drainage pipe and water detention has been completed. And then he actually emailed me an hour later and said, update, the electric is going in tomorrow.
Nice. Yay.
Okay. Yay. So, it's exciting to see progress.
Very exciting.
As we've spoken before, good things take time, so. All right. Under new business this evening, we have a discussion regarding Pickin' in the Park and band considerations. I know that we had received some information. Thank you for sending that to us and giving us an opportunity to kind of preview some of these folks. So if you'd like to take it from here, that'd be great.
Yes, ma'am. All right, everyone, hang on with me. I'm going to go through some of these bands. And I have some details for each band. So I had sent a list of bluegrass options. And I want to start by saying I am not efficient, whatever the word is, in bluegrass. I know that there's different genres within bluegrass. So I chose a variety of bands. One thing that I did mention in the email when I had sent the bands to the board was that this is just our 2nd year of having this event. So we can really shape this, mold this event to what we think is best for the community. So keep that in mind when we're choosing the band. So the first band on the list is Blue Highway. Blue Highway would be considered a headliner, okay? Well known from all the research I've done, they are well known. However, if you look at the bottom of each of the bands, I listed how much they would be and what we're looking at. So they are $8,500. Unfortunately, we do have to pay agency fees, which would be about $2,000. And then hotel rooms. So I can say, I guess that those 5 hotel rooms will be around like $1,000 for one night. So we're looking at around $12,000 in total for that band. Something I do want to mention is that they are performing in Circleville, Ohio, 1 month prior. And they are performing in Pedro, Ohio, the 2nd week of August, and they both are free shows. Something I want to note is I have realized that August is Bluegrass Central Month. I don't know what it is with that month, but so we may always have competition in August doing it this way. So again, that is a headlining option. The second band on here is the Slow Can Ramblers. They are from Canada. Let's see. And I know everyone probably read it, but I did put like a little bio about each band so you could see the awards they won and stuff like that. From the research I've done, they're not very well known in the United States, but they would be a good option. I mean, their music's pretty well. It's good. Again, with their price, they would be considered our headlining band. And we're looking at maybe even a little more than the $12,000, since they might want a $10,000 offer. Okay. The next page, Sam Ryder and the Human Hands. That's an interesting band. I really like them as well. I don't know that they're extremely well known either in this area. And they're actually the most expensive band on this list. So they come in at $12,000 with agency fees, plus 6 hotel rooms for one night. Next on the list is Bella White. Bella is from Canada. She is very young. She's like 23 years old, an up-and-coming artist. If you listen to her music, she is extremely talented. I think that she definitely will become very worldwide known one day. She would be a very interesting person to have here in Trenton. Again, she would be a headliner. The thing with Bella, though, is that they require local ground because they're from Canada, which means we would have to provide them with a vehicle, and I do not think that the city can provide a vehicle. So I will have to double check on that and see if they would take an offer without the ground transportation. In exchange, if the city can't provide a rental vehicle, what we would probably have to do is offer them money so that they could rent the vehicle. Okay. Next is Driftwood, which I think Driftwood is a little bit more well known in this area. Again, I believe that they would be headliner just because of their cost. $7,500 plus agency fees plus hotel rooms. Okay. Dirty Grass Players in Maryland. I have heard some good things about them. They're very well known in Maryland, but I don't know that they're very well known outside Maryland. They could be considered openers depending on the headliner that we choose because of the price. And they do need agency fees plus hotel room. Okay, the next page, if you guys remember last year at our event, a Trenton local named R.D. Allen opened for us. R.D. Allen has been fantastic to work with. He came out to the Veterans Memorial 5K. He sung the national anthem for us. He's so grateful just to be here. He really is an awesome person. He did change his name there, so if you saw, it's under a different kind of ghost. This is his stage name now. He actually did kind of cut us a deal. He said that he would do between 300 to 600 this year since he wanted to be here in his hometown opening. Whatever route we go, because of his cost being so low, I believe that we could have 3 bands. He could be the opener. Then we could have a middle band that falls in that $5,000 range, and then a headliner. Tony Hale and Blackwater, they performed for us last year as well. They actually reached back out to me wanting to come back.
Yeah.
So I've learned that Tony Hale and Blackwater is, they have a lot of connections, a lot of ties into Trenton. So I do think that if we had them back, that we would have a nice audience from Trenton that wants to see them. He did not give me a quote, but last year I believe they were $2,500, so not too bad. And they don't need hotel rooms because they live local. And if I'm correct, I don't. I'll scratch that. Anyways, I'm sorry. They are playing in Mount Sterling, Ohio, August 24th, but that has nothing to do with us for our event. Next is the Cody Norris Show. So the Cody Norris Show, I'm actually really excited about them. They are a young, up-and-coming bluegrass band. They're all very young. They look like they're in their 20s and 30s. They have received a lot of accolades from people like Rhonda Vincent, you know, people that are really well known in the bluegrass world. I enjoyed listening to them. They dress up, so that's fun.
They played with Larry, didn't they?
They did. They did play a show with Larry that was actually sold out in Tennessee. Everything. And I have asked a couple people that are fluent in bluegrass if they have heard of the Cody Norris Show, and they all have told me yes. So that's really good news. I think that they would be a really good option for us being that middle band if we had R.D. Allen opening. The only thing with them is if you look at the bottom here, they do play in Columbus, Ohio the week before at a free show. But Columbus is 2 hours from here. I don't see that being a really big make it or break it kind of deal for people. And then they will play in that Industrial Strength Bluegrass Festival in November. But again, that's so many months away. And I think that's in like Xenia, if I'm not wrong, so. And then I did send, I don't know if everyone was able to see it, because I sent the email around 4 p.m. today. I was able to get in touch with Larry Sparks' agent. So Larry Sparks and the Lonesome Ramblers, they are extremely well known. They would be a really good headlining option for us. He's from Lebanon, Ohio. He lives in Indiana now. He is open. He is at $7,500. No hotel rooms, no agency fees. The only downfall with Larry is 2 weeks before he will be at the City of Lebanon's bicentennial celebration, and it's a free event. And Lebanon is very, very close to Trenton, so you know, I mean, we could look at that a couple different ways. It being a bicentennial celebration might not attract outside communities and towns the way that like a concert would. I'm not exactly sure though. You know, it's hard to kind of tell. I will say that there was a show, like I had said, Cody Norris opened for Larry Sparks this last fall in Tennessee, and the show was sold out and then some. They had people standing because there was like no more seats. It was sold out. So again, he would be a really amazing, both of them would be really good, but since they're both playing in Ohio a week and 2 weeks before, I just don't know that it'd be the best for us. I can reach out to more bands. We can table this till next month if we don't like any of these options. The only thing is that we're looking at, we will possibly lose out on some of these bands. Is that risk?
I feel like we have enough to choose from.
I do too.
We
Yeah.
have good variety and like,
Yeah.
I've marked 4. So I don't know that we need any more. Does anybody else think we need more?
Once again, you've done your homework.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I think.
It's a,
Narrowing it down then becomes the
yeah.
challenge.
Yeah, and I apologize. I mean, there's like 9 bands in front of you. I understand that. So it was hard for me. They're all different genres too, is the thing. And they're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Okay. We'll open it up for discussion. Ms. Lucas, wanna?
Yeah, I'll start. I wasn't for sure in the email that you'd sent out if you wanted us to pick an option or not, like option 1 or option 2.
Mm-hmm.
But if we had to choose, I did choose option 2. And I just think we would be able to get more people.
Mm-hmm.
But my band choices would be R.D. Allen, the Tony Hale and the Blackwater, and then Cody Norris.
I think that's a good choice.
So, I mean, R.D. Allen is a Trentonian, so let's keep the Trentonians together, bring them back to, especially, I mean, we're going to celebrate our 250th, so
Yeah.
I think it's really great.
And who did you say for the headliner? Cody Norris?
So R.D. Allen, Tony Hale and Blackwater, and then the Cody Norris Show.
Okay. We'll just kind of move on down the line here if you guys have anything else that you would like to add. Something that might prompt us to think outside the box, whatever's on your mind.
Okay.
Feel free to share.
My only thoughts were that not having more than, if we are able to have 3 people, wondering like the cost benefit of having two of those be the same from the year before, especially if they're already playing locally. Yes, you'll have a lot of people that are close that support you, but if they're already coming the week before or after in that area too, like one's Franklin, that's really, really close to us. So, like my first one was Artie Allen, and then I also picked Cody Norris, but I was struggling with maybe a third in between there because of cost, but then also doing local shows. The two trade-offs, I think, was kind of what I was trying to look back through now with that information. So.
I was thinking, of course, Artie Allen. I love the idea that Tony Hale and Blackwater reached out to us. And that's a big pull for me, and they were good last year, and people really liked them. But I also didn't want to miss out on Cody Norris. I really want Cody Norris in there somewhere. And, I mean, who doesn't love Larry Sparks? So that's where I'm stuck with the four.
Yeah.
But financially, Artie Allen, Tony Hale, and Cody Norris show would be the best combo, in my opinion. So I said everything and nothing all at once.
It's helpful.
I'm good at that.
I really don't have much. It's not my genre, so I just, yeah.
Understand? So,
Same.
Hey, same. So we put you.
But I do agree with what everyone else is saying, that, you know, the Artie Allen and Cody Norris, sure, why not? Tony Hale, I don't really remember them. I'd have to go back and listen, but yeah, those three.
Yeah, I like them.
next.
I like 50s, 60s. I don't do some bluegrass, so whatever the majority think, that's,
We defer to the experts.
yeah. They all like him, so
Yeah, bluegrass is me.
Can Cody Norris carry the headliner role?
I believe so, yeah. I think that they'd probably be honored to have that, because I think that they're typically opening for a large act.
I too, shared a little concern about having repeat performances from last year, but I go back to the statement at the beginning that, we're just starting to do this. And if it's, I don't want to say if it's broke, it's not broke, why fix it kind of a thing, because we also need new talent. So I concur with Artie Allen. I would have to abstain with regard to Tony Hale and Blackwater, but they do have a good following, and they are very good. So, and again, I think the fact that they reached out to us is a nice thing as well. I like Cody Norris a lot, but I really did like Bella White, but I'm afraid that might be out of our
Yeah, I like that one.
price
too.
range for us starting out with this, so.
I unfortunately agree, but Bella will be on our list for next.
Yes. Yes,
And
hold on to them.
Yeah, and not to say, again, thank you for the opportunity to have the time to view these in advance. It really helped, I agree, I'm not a big bluegrass fan, but it's kind of hard not to kind of get into it once you get started. So I think it was nice to have the opportunity, to listen and compare. And at that point, I found myself truly like comparing. Like there was one that I thought, I don't know, they're like folky music to me rather
I think
than.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, and then, like with Bella, I thought she kind of had a broader range of style, if you will. So if you're looking for us to make a recommendation, are we ready to do that? I mean, it kind of sounds to me like we've sort of reached some concurrence here, or we might be able to twist some arms if we need to. What about our audience? Does anybody have anything that you would like to share? Any opinions? I mean, that really helps us, so.
If finances wasn't an issue, Bill White would be a good choice. But Cody Norris, the other ones they're really out there doing my list.
I'm glad you guys all like that Cody Norris show.
Yeah.
He actually came from, so Barn and Monk has been working on organizing, I think it's like every couple Friday nights they'll do a bluegrass kind of thing. David Strunk, I don't know if any of you know him, but he's helping Tom Theobald organize that. So David actually walked into the city building last year for this bluegrass concert. So that's how I knew David. And David, for a few days in a row, we played phone tag, and he was getting me all kinds of bands, just from the goodness of his heart.
Right.
So, and Cody Norris came from him. It was a really good option.
I think it would bring some life to Trenton.
I just know that the first two has a following, especially Tony Hill. He's all over the place locally, and he has a following. I will say that. I got a lot of friends that goes every weekend or every night of place. I think he's an asset also to the community. You mentioned the other one, as far as Tony, he got a relation here, pretty rare as far. But yes, I think he's an asset. Also, the other one's another coming to you. And the other, yeah, I think they all will work out. I think it's a good thing.
But we can keep Bella on for next year. and
Absolutely.
Get more specifics about what we can do about the ground and everything.
Yeah.
Would you like to offer any input?
I'm sad, but once you do get the budget from sponsorships, Carolina Chocolate Drops. Sorry, I just had to put that out there since we're.
I didn't even think about them.
Oh, wow.
What's that song, Cornbread and Butter Beans or something like that?
But I have an old Radio King, but I've never taken lessons, so I'm sorry, I can't open for anybody. It's just there for decoration.
No.
Oh, come on.
It's one more than I have.
Again, I don't think we need any other bands to consider. We've got a lot here to choose from, and if we're ready to make a recommendation, if that's what you are looking for from us this evening.
Yes, ma'am. That or we table it till next month.
I think we should go for it.
I think we should go for it. Why wait?
Sounds like we should move forward. So I will need a motion to recommend a band as the opening band and another band as the headlining band, and potentially we'll have 3 if our budget can support that. It sounds like it possibly
Sounds like it
can.
Yeah, it won't be much different than last year, so it's actually, I mean, it'll probably be about the same.
Right.
Because the budget was 15.
Yeah. I'd like to make a motion, and tell me if I got this wrong. Opening band is a different kind of ghost. Middle band would be Tony Hale and Blackwater. And the headliner be Cody Norris Show.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion by Ms. Butts, and in the spirit of accepting a second by someone who really didn't have an opinion, let's go with Ms. Hatter as second in the motion, if that is okay with the rest of the board.
Yes.
And then we will have roll call, please.
Ms. Butts?
Yay.
Ms. Hatter?
Yay.
Ms. Hale?
I am going to abstain just because it will work out.
Ms. Dirk?
Yay.
Ms. Lucas?
Yay.
Mr. Wazalowski?
Yeah.
Mr. Mello?
Yeah.
That wasn't so hard, was it? That was easier than picking colors for.
Oh my
The squash pad.
goodness.
That was so much easier.
Oh,
I wish I was here for that.
No, that was forever.
but it's good conversation.
It was very much.
I'm glad that everybody feels comfortable participating. That's what we need. All right, we will move on to reports by the board or city administrators. And Ms. Moore, you are up again.
Okay. So I have a few updates for everyone. I'm just gonna go through them, and then at the end we have conversations. But just stop me. So the first one is Spring Fest. So far, we got the contract signed for our attractions, which was zip line, ballistic swing, and rock wall. It's the same 3 that we had last year. If everyone remembers, we extended this by 2 hours, so it's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. now. So we do have that contract signed. And then for A1 Amusements, which is our inflatables and the trackless train, and then that dunk tank, we have that contract signed. I got everything from last year. I did switch out 2 items just to try something else, try to throw something else in there and see if it works out as well. I have the bubble truck. Can't miss that lady. That was a hit. I'm working on the bubble truck lady right now. So she has sent us an invoice. I'm just waiting to get payment together. I did reach out. So for Fall Fest, we had that freak show that I called it, and then the stilt walkers. So I actually reached out to the lady that runs that business to see what kind of fun things she could have for this event. So right now we're talking about a few things, like having a mobile juggler, something called a levy wand. I don't know if you guys know what that is. You'll have to look up a video. A levy wand, and then there was one other thing. It's just like a mobile thing that kids could watch as they're standing in line or something like that. So we're working on that together. Of course, I'll have a face painter, and then I think I'm going to invite a balloon artist as well, a balloon animal lady. So that would be our entertainment for the event. Pretty much everything the same from last year, except for the lady that has like the side shows. She'll come with us. So one thing that I did want to mention today, and so I've talked to City Manager Marcos Nichols, I've talked to Brad Baker, so the powers that be, they're all on board. As long as the splash pad is finished on Springfest, we will have the grand opening then. So I'm looking into a few things for that, some decorations to go around the splash pad. I'm working with EAS Sportswear to, we've designed a beach towel. So we'll have like a pool towel. We'll have about between 200 to 300, still kind of working on it, towels to give away that day. And then Mayor Perry will have something to say. And, so my hopes with that is that we would have a Parks Board tent set up right by the splash pad. Hopefully, Mr. Lucas, I need to get with him and see if we can have his PA system.
You got it. You don't have to get with him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Being voluntold again.
He's watching.
Oh, thank you, Dustin. But yeah, so we'll have all that stuff there. But I'm hoping to have a couple volunteers from Parks Board that don't mind to pass out the pool towels and watch the kids have fun. And hopefully watch that they don't tear down some of the decorations that's around the splash pad. So,
Sounds like a great lineup.
yeah.
I love that event, especially for the community. Parents are surprised when things are free, and it's a great day. So,
Absolutely.
and you've been able to bring the weather so far too. So, see what you can do about that.
Just jinxed her.
I know, right?
Okay, disregard.
I can tell you if we
Let me
can
circle back.
circle back. For the A1 amusement, the blow up, the big red and blue one that we had last year, that was like the biggest hit ever.
So
Until the lightning came, and then I had to get kids off of it.
I'm going to be honest, I did not get that one this year, but there was a reason behind it. I wanted to book, there was a carnival slide, you know the slide that you go down to the potato sack? there was a slide for the attractions, and I really wanted to get that, but it cost a lot more to have that added on, a lot more. But my hope is with sponsorships, hopefully we can add that carnival slide to it. And I didn't want to have an inflatable slide and a carnival slide,
That's understandable.
hopefully. But I will say, if it doesn't work out, I was going to see if we could maybe switch it around. Because I agree that red and blue slide was, and it was cool to see from far away, it was huge.
Yeah. Until lightning came.
I did want to mention something too, real quick. We need 57 volunteers to run the inflatables. Last year, I believe we had like 39, which I thought was impossible to do, but we made it work. So
And kids and teenagers can do it for,
16.
well, like National Honor Society or DECA, like, are you open to write letters?
Absolutely. If they're 16 or 17, I will probably put a couple of them together instead of just one or two, just because maybe they'll feel more comfortable if there's a group of them. You know, those kids on those inflatables can be a challenge sometimes. Or we could put a teenager with an adult.
Okay.
That could be. And then of course I will need a Parks Board volunteer to run the volunteer tent again and get everyone signed in and all that. We'll work on that. Since this event did so extremely well last year, I thought that, two things. I thought it would be very nice to open this up and allow some of our local organizations to come take a chance to fundraise for them. So I invited our local brownie troupe, and when I say fundraise, I'm not talking $5 per game. They're gonna do $1, and you can have bubbles or candy or whatever you get if you win. So the brownie troupe, for example, they want to do a spin the wheel or pull a duck from the pond, and then they'll have bubbles or something, and it's just $1. So I plan on reaching out to a few local organizations like the LEAF program in town. A lot of people utilize the LEAF program, and it's not, they have to get their funds somewhere. So I've been working with the LEAF program, the EMA food pantry. Pam and I have been talking. She wants to try to come up with a game somehow so she can kind of raise money in her booth too for food or hygiene supplies that people might need at the food pantry. And then I also am going to add a select number, just a few. But I think if we had a few vendors there selling items, kid-related items, stuffed animals, bracelets, you know, things like that. A 3D printer, you know, kids love that kind of stuff. I think if we supported some of our local Trenton businesses and allowed them to come in and set up, that would also be very well for them. I have two businesses in Trenton in mind. One makes those crochet stuffed animals, and then another does the 3D printing. We'll probably let them come set up too and allow them to try to get their business name out there through the event. So we're on the right path. SpringFest definitely grew last year, and I think it's going to be even better this year. Does anyone have any questions or comments about SpringFest?
Will Tony be there?
I asked him. I asked Tony to be at every event he has. So. I actually already have 4 food trucks signed up for it. Tony would be the 5th, and he'd probably be the last one I would ask. Other than Domino's Pizza, I do need to ask him.
I see the tater tots going.
Yeah.
He does a lot for the community.
Yeah.
I just love the tater tots.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to move on to Let Freedom Boom. So, as you all probably saw, Jason Michael Carroll has been confirmed. And I will say, we've received really good feedback already on having him. I've seen a lot of people share the post and say, no way, he's coming to Trenton. And that's really awesome to see people sharing that, getting excited about it. So, yeah. The biggest thing I wanted to touch on about Let Freedom Boom is the parade for this event. So we are going to have a parade. Our event will be from 6 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. The parade will be 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I have asked Pastor Reisner if we could set up for our parade at his church, at Edward Baptist Church, which he basically gave me the okay for that. But as long as everything works out, that will be where we all meet for our parade. It will go down State Street, down south to the park. We will come into the park, go behind the amphitheater, and then that way, people from the parade, they can park and join the event, or they can just leave out that side exit there. We felt, when we were talking about the parade and discussing the safety and everything that comes with it, we felt like the parade should probably come into the park. That would probably be the best way to, because there will be people there waiting. There will be some people that didn't want to do the parade, but they want to see it come in at the park, beat the traffic coming in, that kind of thing. So I have started reaching out to, right now I've been doing some local organizations that I've already been working with, and then I've reached out to quite a few veteran organizations. I've reached out to Butler County Mounted Patrol, so that's the forces, and they have an honor guard as well, and I asked about that. I'm waiting to hear back. I did reach out to the school. The band teacher, band instructor, he did tell me that they would love to do it, but he has to make sure that the parents are okay with bringing them out in the summer and doing that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can have Edgewood band. I did reach out to Madison and asked for them if they wanted to have their band as well in the event. I haven't heard back yet, but hopefully they will too. So this parade is open to the surrounding townships as well, because the mutual aid will come in. So we will have like ambulances from Wayne Township and Madison, and so they'll be in the parade as well. So far, I have Midpoint Library confirmed to be in it, and then I have this Brownie Troop I've been working with to be in it. Parks Board has to be in it. So we need to figure out how we would like to do that. Obviously, I want to be a part of your parade. So I have to be in with the Parks Board peeps. So we can all discuss that later or whatever, but I'd love for us to be in it. I did ask Ms. Butts about the Veteran Subcommittee being in it, and she's been asking, and I think she's going to organize that for us. I did tell Mayor Perry, about asking council. I'm sorry, I said, well, maybe Mayor. I asked Mayor Perry about seeing if council would like to be in it, of course. So, just starting to reach out to people and get this together right now. If you guys know any local organizations, or you have connections yourself that you could ask someone, anything that's like Butler County related, that's who we want in our parade. And the bigger parade, I think the better for our event. So, and yes, you can pass out candy.
You throw it at
Bro,
people?
that's what I meant, not pass it out. You're not gonna pass it.
I'm good as long as we're not walking.
It is a 2-mile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bring my
I think
e-bike.
there's someone who has a truck.
I'll bring my e-bike. I know somebody has a truck.
Right?
I can volunteer my father-in-law too to drive.
There you go.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know Parks Board wants us all to be together. If you guys want to take your own individual cars and have your family in it, but we'll just drive behind each other, you know, whatever. If we did together, I would want to make a banner or something that says Trenton Parks Board and put it on whatever it is that we're in.
Oh, we can build a float,
You can reach out
just like the good old days.
to Butler Tech.
I didn't do it then
Not yet.
either.
I'll put them on my list. but-
They have their police academy and their ROTC.
Ooh, what a good idea. Police Academy.
And Edgewood Youth Baseball and Softball usually ends like the week before, so like as a team party option, that would get, you could probably get several teams that would want to, that'd be like the
And
next
that's
week
the same with
after.
the youth soccer.
One of my contact that I've been working with at the school, he said that that time period is a transition between things ending and things beginning, so he didn't know if people would want to, but he said he would put it out there. Maybe if someone has a connection with the coach, it'd be better to ask the coach.
You're looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
Well,
I'll reach out to Mandy.
At the parade. So, if you find people that want to be a part of it, please just let me know, and I will put them on our list.
And again, that is on Thursday, July the 2nd.
Can I throw out an idea for future parades if this grows? Just to like think about. Franklin used to do up until last year the wettest parade. And,
Yeah.
but because of their downtown like renovations and stuff, they decided not to do it last year. But that draws a lot of people because we didn't have one here. A lot of people came to it, but I feel like that is something that sets it apart if there's like competition in surrounding areas to have something like that.
Doesn't
just to
hurt
keep
for
in
us to get
mind.
Nerf guns or water
Oh
guns
my
and
gosh,
do
it's
it
so
as
fun.
we're
The fire
doing it.
trucks come out and
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna act like I didn't already have a plan to have a water gun and.
as an adult, it's really fun too.
Yeah, I mean, that's like happening in July this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
so
like a
it's
big kid at
perfect.
heart.
That's what I thought.
Perfect, cool down. Just don't shoot anyone in the face.
Yeah, we caught wind of that parade in Franklin a few years back. We got really excited about that. Didn't want to compete with somebody else's parade, you know, but love that idea.
They don't do it anymore now. Yeah, with the
So they're
downtown.
not gonna do it at
least
all?
last year, that's what they said. Unless they've changed their mind.
Okay.
But last year was like the new like showing off their downtown looks really nice.
Yeah.
But they said for whatever reasons with that, we're not going to do it.
Well, it would be so kind of us to pick it up, you know. The best ideas are borrowed ones, and we could help keep their idea alive.
I like the way you think.
Great idea. Keep putting those ideas out there.
So if you see those water guns, those long pencil ones is what I'm thinking of.
The Dollar Tree, you can get them by the
Yeah.
case for $36.
By case.
Oh, we're not doing this one.
People had the huge things of water on their trucks too, like on their floats. Really
And
fun.
we can get Public Works to do that for us.
We might not have to buy them.
Thank you, Public Works.
Okay,
Okay, all right.
sounds great.
Sure does. Okay, so Fall Fest. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did want to mention something else with Let Freedom Move. And I think I mentioned this before, but I really wanted to do a Veterans Memorial fundraiser during it. And what I think would work best if we used our gifted poker tent to set it up and have maybe raffle baskets under it, or have a silent auction, something like that.
What about, you know how like the firemen do fill the boot? What about something like that with like the veterans?
Is fill the boot, is that like a roaming, like would someone roam around and do that, or would it be at the booth?
Whichever, so I know like when the firemen have done it, they have stood at an intersection and like as the light changes, they're they're getting to fill the boot, go up to the car in a line. But you can also do it stationary. They can walk around the park or even in the parade. Both sides of the parade.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it during the parade and then at the event.
Fill the boot, fill the hat, whichever bucket.
It's a cool idea.
The QR code on the right sign on the side.
Oh, you don't have any cash here, just
You can Venmo me and I'll get it, you know, whatever.
scan this.
Venmo, credit card, whatever, Cash App.
Right.
I figured we would do the 50/50 raffle too. We've always done that during our events, and half the pot does go to the Veterans Memorial anyways. We've started doing that. So I think we should have a lot of opportunities. I'm looking forward to that, to see how much money we can raise. But if anyone has connections that can donate really nice raffle baskets, or an item even, just an item, let me know. Okay. And Fall Fest. So, last month we decided on Austin Mead and Goodbye June. I actually today, I sent them the signed contract back. It took a while because there was a lot of back and forth conversation that we had to have in the beginning. Austin is not used to opening, he's used to being the headliner. So we had to have some conversations and some understandings that Goodbye June will not be promoted more than Austin. Okay? We signed that agreement, so they're both equal. Very good fans, equal. Austin just happens to be first. So I did send the contract today. As soon as I get it back signed, I'll post it on Facebook and announce it and all that good stuff. I'm working with the lady again about the freak show, stilt walkers and stuff. So
Let's come up with a different name for that.
Well, I don't know what else to say.
Fun show. Fun
thriller
attraction.
show. There we go. High thrill show. I think that's really it for Fall Fest right now. Okay, and then movies in the park. So we did have our community choice, and Mr. so graciously, she picked up all the supplies, dropped it off, picked it up again for me, dropped it off. So you were a big help. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So we did get really good feedback. There was one at Midpoint Library and there was one at Casey's. Casey's was full. That went really well. Jam-packed, full.
How many times did you vote?
Right, just one.
I will say, I do think some people shoved, I noticed some similar handwriting on some of them, so,
Get a lot of repeat business.
oh, yeah, actually, I didn't think about that. So our winner was David.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and actually on Facebook, when I would post the little flyer that said, come to these locations, people were commenting David on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like it was definitely a community choice.
Great.
So, I do have. Sorry, I was going to tell you guys which movies was played. So I had to make the schedule around, some of these movies are extremely long, like Wicked, for instance, is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. So Wicked had to go, and the sun was setting, earlier rather than later. So our first movie will be Zootopia 2. So that's June 13th. On July 11th, it will be a Minecraft movie. August 8th is David. And then September 12th is Wicked. And then I do have a couple food trucks confirmed for some of the events. There's a cookie truck that wanted to come out. So they'll come out to 3 of them. Seems like a good fit. Cookie truck at a kids' movies event, you know. There's a barbecue truck that wanted to come to 2 of them. I asked Tater Tot Madness if he wanted to come to the other 2 that the barbecue truck wasn't at. We'll see what he says. But other than that, I do have like the confirmation. We're in the process of paying for the movie licensings and everything. So everything is confirmed for the movies. I will start working on the activities. I will say for Wicked, I'm thinking like the princess theme. We'll do something like that. Zootopia, probably animals, like a petting zoo or something like that. So if you guys have ideas for the other movies, the themes, I don't know what to put with David, to be honest. I don't know really what activity would fit best for that. So between now and next month, if any of you randomly think of an idea, let me know. And I'm so sorry, I didn't put it on here, but I did want to talk about the Arbor Day Earth Day event real fast.
Yes.
So Arbor Day Earth Day will be our first event. It's on April 25th. We combined Arbor Day and Earth Day to make one. We will have the recycling bins out in the parking lot. Well, not in that parking lot, they'll actually be on the road behind the parking lot. So when people come into the park, they can either continue straight, drop off their stuff, and then circle back through the parking lot to leave, or they just come to the parking lot, park, and come to the event. So I do have dumpsters scheduled to be there. We are going to collect stuff for Matthew 25 Ministries again. So we'll do the clothes, which we collected like 6 huge boxes full of clothes last year. It was incredible. So hopefully we can do that again. So the clothes and then paint. So it has to be usable water-based paint to be donated. I did order the trees. Last year we had 413 trees to give away. I did 520 this year, hoping that the event will grow.
Do you have the date for separation? Do we separate them?
I'm actually going to see if I can find volunteers to do that this year. Like the school, reach out to the FFA, hoping
Okay.
maybe they can do it. If they can't, I will ask that we all meet up again and bag a bunch of trees.
Awesome, that's so much fun.
Hey, we had a system.
It went by really fast, actually.
With sarcasm.
Yeah, so I bought the trees. This year I bought a very big variety of seeds. So I think last year we only had like maybe 4 or 5 vegetable seeds, and I chose quite a variety. There's tomato, lettuce, carrots, green beans, peppers, onions, watermelon, zucchini, cucumber, and then of course the herbs like basil, chives, all that kind of stuff. And there's a few, not a lot, they're rather expensive, but we did get some milkweed, some purple coneflower, sunflowers, so a couple different kind of flowers. I did get bulbs again, so for the Earth Day event last year, anyone that donated or dropped off a recyclable item, I gave them bulbs. So I did buy bulbs again to give away. And then I've reached out to everyone that came last year for a vendor. I reached out to them, so we have, and every vendor that I invited is more along the lines of like a natural, healthy, organic kind of theme here. So we do have someone that sells candles, soaps, our hometown Sugarless Bakery, a local farmhouse, and then Sweet Creek Honeybees, which is actually in Madison Township, it has honeys, and then a woodworking place, they make like charcuterie board, stuff like that. So we have 6 vendors that will be there, 2 food trucks, and then we have some organizations that wanted to come out again, like the Metro Parks. Miss Lucas actually asked, well, I don't know if you asked or you were asked by, but either way, Miss Lucas is organizing her church coming to give away bottled water and trail mix.
Nice.
Man, I'm so sorry.
It's all those people that want to volunteer.
I know. All 57 of them. And
She
I
has
have been
jokes.
trying to find some volunteers to pass out the seeds and trees and stuff again. I've only got 2 groups so far. I might have to ask some Parks Board members to help pass out some seeds or something, but other than that, the event is pretty much together for Arbor Day, birthday. I just want to give you guys all that update, and I should have a flyer hopefully by the end of this week to start posting and all that.
Okay. Dare I ask if you have anything else?
No, I'm just kidding. That's all. It's been a busy
Well, thank you
month.
very much. And again, that's a testament to how much we are growing and all of the things that we're able to offer to the community. And again, thank you for all of your hard work. I mean, it's a job for sure. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions, comments, reports by the board? We'll start with Mr. Mello and work our way down.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Ms. Graham, I'm
yes,
sorry.
so,
Nicole, actually Nicole wanted to give us an update
oh,
on
please.
something.
I'm sorry, thank you.
I'll just give 30 seconds maybe or less. My name is Nicole R., and I'm the Assistant City Manager. And I usually watch you all online, so I'm happy to be here in person. I have some exciting news. We are starting a project. We're going to need your assistance because you're the Parks Board. We are going to be working on our newest park. And this is consistent with the comprehensive plan and the Parks Master Plan. You may remember that City Council purchased property near Woodsdale and Great Miami River. So we have 30 acres that the state of Ohio has provided us grant funding. So we would like your assistance as we gather other stakeholders to help us with this wetlands restoration preservation area. So, and I meant to give it to you electronically and send it to you, but I will give you just a map because you all probably know the area that was being farmed at the Pro Show.
Mm-hmm.
Split it that way. So do it the old fashioned.
That's okay.
Thank you.
So maybe not 30 seconds.
That's okay.
But what you can see there, south of Woodsdale is the area that we're talking about. So we have Klingers. You all know from the splash pad, our engineers, as well as Ramble. They're going to be helping us with a topographical survey, as well as a variety of different permits that we need. So the most basic thing is figuring out what's there, what's existing in terms of the native plants, the invasive plants, what type of actual animals are there, really helping us with the habitat study. Helping us in terms of cultural and historic studies. There are going to be permits for fish and wildlife, for the state, Army Corps. We have a lot of things going on, and you guys are in the thick of it. Brad Baker's in the thick of it, so They're helping us with those things to make sure that we can check everything off and it's done the correct way. We are going to need ideas from you all in terms of what types of things can actually be done there. State and the environmental experts will let us know what's appropriate, but when we find that out, what are some of the things that you would like to see? We had that feedback from the comprehensive plan. There's the potential, hopefully, for some active recreation, not just passive. So maybe birding, fishing, hiking, kayaking we were talking about. Sky's really the limit. So at this point, we're going to be getting that information gathered. They'll come back with a real presentation for you, and mapping and a little bit of a variety in terms of, what are some of the things that we need to do environmentally to help restore that wetlands, the riparian buffer, plants, as we talked about, things like that. So I just wanted to give you just a little bit of a sneak peek, let you know, as I was telling Kelsey, we'd like to be able to get folks together to start sort of a little bit of a behind the scenes look, and then to be able to come out and engage with the community. And you all are the folks that have those connections and can help us get from the community what they would like to be able to see.
Great. Sounds very exciting.
So, but thank City Council members, Mr. Perry, and folks for helping to make that investment, and you all for the work that you did with that comprehensive plan and the parks plan to make this happen. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like I said, we're just keep doing great things, so. All right, if there's nothing else, then we will start with Mr. Mello.
What we doing?
Do you have any,
No, I have
any
nothing.
comments or questions or
Sounds like everything's moving along
reports
good.
or?
Appreciate all your work. That's it for me.
Same, just Kelsey, thank you for everything you do behind the scenes and your countless hours of research and reaching out. Appreciate it.
Same. I mean, just thank you for everything you guys already do and helping us.
Ms. Lucas?
Thanks. We're just growing. I'm very excited. Yeah.
Thanks, Kelsey. And thank you for sharing. I'm just really excited about all the things to come. So.
Wow, I'm just going to be the talker today, I guess.
Just go for it.
As always, thank you, Kelsey. The reason that these meetings don't go for 2 hours is because you do so much work ahead of time and you send it out to us so we have the opportunity to know what we're going to be talking about, and that's very, very helpful. I'm also very excited that we have people reaching out to us that they want to participate in the things that we are putting together. You mentioned food trucks, bands, and other organizations that are like, hey, we want to be a part of this. That's huge. That is huge. I appreciate the opportunity to work on this new park that you just mentioned. That's going to be exciting. And then I just wanted to, about the Veterans Memorial, if somebody is out there and you're wanting to purchase bricks, don't wait until we have the thing built. You know, if you're going to purchase bricks, go ahead and start doing that, because that all goes towards our ability to make this happen. That's all I have.
Wow,
I know.
that's great.
That's crazy.
I got nothing to say after all that. No, truly, again, thank you for all of your hard work. I know that we do thank you, I hope frequently enough.
Yeah.
But I hope that you do know how sincere it is each and every time, so. And we understand it. It's not just you that makes it happen. You know, we appreciate council and city staff and public works and, you know, all of our community volunteers and of course our great board. So if there is nothing else, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
I'll make
moved. Oh, go ahead.
Whoever's first, whoever.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Mello, seconded by Ms. Butts. Roll call, please.
Mr. Mello,
Yay.
Ms. Butts,
Yay.
Ms. Hale,
Yay.
Ms. Dirk,
Yay.
Ms. Lucas?
Yay.
Mr. Wazalowski?
Yay.
Ms. Hatters?
Yay.
And before I officially adjourn, I did miss stating that our next meeting will be held on March the 10th, 2026 at 6 PM, right here. So thank you, everyone.
It's the same day, it's the 10th day, same day.